Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the Denver Nuggets versus the Portland Trail Blazers full game highlights, analysis, reaction, and review. Let's get into it. I know one thing we were looking for this game, as I jump right into it, as we see Jokic. Jokic is off the chain. We know with Dame back and a lot of the guys back healthy, we still don't have a Gary Payton II on the court sighting yet. But that was nice right there. Nice pass from Dame. The guys have to get reacclimated into playing alongside of Dame, knowing that Dame is gonna, he's gonna do what Dame does. But the guys have to find out where they, can get what they get, in and around those times when Dame, wants to be dominant. And I say that because this game he definitely wanted to be dominant. And also, we know Nurk plays well against Jokic. Jokic played fantastic, but look how fast and strong Jokic is moving. You gotta applaud the way that he's gotten himself into better and better shape each season. I know last couple seasons, before last season, actually, he would just kind of lumber and pound his way inside. Nice find from Justice Winslow to Shaedon Sharpe right there, as we see Mr. Shaedon, I can fly, finish that nice alley-oop right there. Keon Johnson, welcome back. It's good to see Keon back on the court, man. I really like that kid. But back to Jokic, man. My goodness. And that's what I want to see from Nurk, is the whole point of me saying it, as we see Drew with the nice finish right there on the alley-oop. I want to see Nurkic play with that type of aggressiveness and intent without, Nurkic really, I see how Nurkic likes to not, he doesn't like knocking people over or anything, but oh my goodness, did Bones just pull up from, but he let him know he did. Yes, he did pull up from out there, but he has to control that and use that, and be a little more explosive if he can in his movements, because it pays. As we see, Jokic is two-time MVP, and he's in the running again. Because as we'll see, it looks as if him and Murray are figuring out how to play together. Again, remember Jamal Murray was hurt for a while, so it took time for him and Jokic to get acclimated, to playing with each other once again. With Jokic being the dominant force that he is, he can control the game and not get in the way. Jokic is tremendous. But as we see Nurkic step out, nice shot from Nurk right there. You want to see that from Nurk. Oh my goodness. And applaud Dame for taking that challenge. But what a move right there by Jokic. And this is one of the reasons why you can see nice pass again right there from Dame. Dame definitely took over. He definitely did what he was supposed to do. The only thing is that Ant was kind of left out to dry, and then when he just wasn't able to find the bottom of the net on a couple of his shots, well, most of his shots, excuse me. He didn't have a good game. That's not for lack of trying, but. And then it affected the defense because there was some lapse in focus that we saw from the guys. Ooh, nice shot right there from Dame. A tough shot. Doesn't even have to do that, but he's just so good, and he can. That right there is what I'm talking about. As you see Murray just kind of set him up and then go right by him on the back cut. Lapse of focus right there. Just little things like that kind of add up is what got the Nuggets back in the game. Beautiful play and pass right there from Jeremy Grant and Nurkic. And then we'll see from, oh my goodness, nice from Dame. We already saw, I believe it was, I can't remember who it was. Oh, it was Bones. I believe it was Bones. I could be mistaken, but I know Murray got him twice, but we'll see Bones. Offensive rebounds was they only had about maybe 3 more offensive rebounds than us, but they were 3 crucial offensive rebounds that really mattered. And then the points in the paint, as we see, we get our offensive rebound right there. Dame knocking down the 3. Points in the paint was, the Nuggets had 64 points in the paint. We had about 46. That's a problem. And if you've watched my videos, I've been saying interior defense has been an issue, all season long. And you can tell we focused on it some games, and we've done well some games. Kind of giving up some perimeter shots because we're, the whole team was sagging in, as we see Eubanks stepping out for the 3. That's how much focus we were having on the interior defense for a few games, where everybody was sagging in, not necessarily sagging in, but I mean literally just dropping down to help, was squeezing in like a fist. That right there. Did you see what Jamal Murray just did to Jeremy Grant? He set him up beautifully for that step back. As we see Jeremy Grant, who's definitely very capable on the offensive end. Another offensive rebound right here. Tough shot by Bones, but man, big 3 as well. Another easy 3 from Jamal Murray. But Jeremy Grant definitely has to be a little more, as we like that right there. They ran that play over and over, and they scored on it at will. We just have to be a little more disciplined on defense, is what I'm saying. I'm gonna just leave it at that. We just have to be a little more disciplined, kind of understanding the situation, understanding the help. Just a lot of things, a lot of little details that, again, this team is in development, so those things they'll definitely get better at. There's that play again. Those things will definitely get better at understanding, to not get, nice right there by Jokic. My goodness. Jokic has so many moves, reaction moves, counter moves. My goodness, nice shot by Dame. Again, Dame was on one. That was nice, KCP. It was some good basketball. It was some high-level basketball being played on both sides. Just if it wasn't for just a couple of the mistakes on the defensive end and the timely or untimely, I should say, offensive rebounds that we gave up. My goodness. Jamal Murray just had to give it up on that one. Like, yeah, that's... Now, this shot right here, this was... I mean, that was super tough. If Jamal Murray's going to make that, you just got to tip your hat. That was super tough. Nice response by Ant right there, who had a tough game, who still responded that way in clutch time. So you got to applaud Ant for that. This tip in right here hurt. That tip in right there really hurt. You gotta move Aaron out of there. You gotta move Aaron out of there, or make him go over your back. Nice 3 right there by Dame. Again, another tough shot. Again, he's so good at making these. Here it is, step back, bam, set you up with the crossover. I mean, he almost, I think he knew that he could get Jeremy Grant with that move at any time. Jeremy Grant, who I love. I think Jeremy Grant is, and I think Jeremy Grant is man, he has the potential to be a great player in this league. Honestly, if he really wanted to, he can be. But he has to recognize when somebody's pulling that string on him, and they were pulling that string. and they were getting him to react every time to that, So, but again, that's stuff that they'll look at, make a note of, correct, work on, to correct, I should say. And, just the little lapses in focus here and there. There was one play where I think Dame took a tough shot, missed. He was able to get the rebound, or he was able to get the ball back to him, but then he threw it away on the turnover. Just things like that. If you take a tough shot, you miss, oh well, you know what I'm saying? We move forward, but you don't want to compound it with the turnovers. And that's not, even if it's your only turnover, it's just at a time where it's magnified, where it means a lot more. Just little things like that add up, along with the lapses in defense. So we're going to clean those things up, and again, with that being said, it was a 1-point loss where we pretty much were in control the whole game. And Ant had a bad game, Jeremy Grant probably could have played better. Probably. I mean, we're not even, he did good. Nurkic 20-9, somewhere around there. Dame 40. The bench contributed well. Justice played well. Shaden, Trendon, you probably want a little more from him. But again, Trendon was starting for a couple games, coming off the bench, getting a lot of minutes. I don't know how many minutes he got this game, but I don't think it was that much. Probably about 8 minutes or so, maybe 12 minutes. I don't know. But Trendon's the type of player he's going to have to be on the court to see the production, and then you're going to have to live with the mistakes. He's a young player. Trendon's one of those guys you're going to have to live with him. As long as he's playing decisive, strong, making good decisions, you're going to have to live with some of his mistakes, But other than that, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But thank you guys for joining me. That was a close game. I appreciate you guys watching and listening. Like I said, we'll correct those things. We'll get better. Remember, this team is still getting better. It's not. This isn't the final product that's being put out there. So we shouldn't grade it like it's the final product. This is clay being molded, This is a canvas being painted, So we're still looking forward to seeing what that final painting will look like. We're still looking forward to seeing, what that final mold will look like, what it will mold into. And it's a process, but it's kind of tricky because the Trailblazers make it. It's a beautiful process. It wasn't as, as we saw with the 76ers in their process. That it wasn't as pretty as what we get to see with the Trailblazers, playing well and the young guys, getting the crowd going. Dame, of course, getting the crowd going. My goodness, that was a show he put on. Between the two-headed monster with Ant and Dame, wow. We'll see in the future as I get out of here, if they split those guys up with Gary Payton II coming. We'll just see. I'm not saying it's necessary, but it's just something I would throw out there, to free Ant up. Let's see about bringing him off the bench, still playing 32 whatever minutes a game. Let's bring him off the bench and try to open him up a little bit, free him up, to be a little more aggressive when he's out there, and not stagnant, just, standing over there watching Dame, waiting for or hoping that they shoot the double, that way, Dame will kick it to him or whatever. So, things like that. We'll see about little adjustments like that as we move forward, because again, we're in 8th, 9th spot right now. 9th spot, I believe, probably about 9th spot, sitting well. That's pretty good. I mean, we're not looking behind us. We're not looking at who's behind us. I think right now our focus needs to be on the Mavericks, the Sacramento Kings. There's one other team, but we need to focus on those teams and staying in touch in contact with those teams. We need to jump back in front of the Mavericks, because all they really, we need to jump back in front of the Mavericks. I'm just going to say that we should jump back up in front of the Kings. So we need to focus on those when we play them again, or we just need to focus on staying in contact with those teams, and then the teams behind us, we'll just take care of it. Things will take care of themselves as long as we stay, looking at the guys on top of us and really trying to get those wins, not worried about the guys behind us. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, thank you guys for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. All right.